Good evening. I'm Ajit Jha, and I'm the CEO of Power Pixar. Today, in the Public Global, we are going to focus once more on the Delhi Assembly election. And I'm going to start this time with Rahul Gandhi. Why the focus on Rahul Gandhi in Delhi Assembly election? Because of a puzzle that all election analysts and psephologists are really trying to figure out. And what is the puzzle? The puzzle is that Rahul Gandhi entered very late in the campaign in Delhi Assembly election. In fact, he was quiet despite the fact that Congress was going on a rather aggressive pitch all over Delhi this time. But Rahul Gandhi wasn't sure if he wanted to enter the race. And then last minute, Rahul Gandhi has entered the race, and suddenly his pitch is really aggressive, a vituperative attack on AAP, on Arvind Kejriwal. And that is puzzling everyone. Remember, both Congress and AAP are part of the India alliance. And also remember that Congress, which at one time used to be, a historic player in Delhi, Sila Dikshit won Delhi, ruled Delhi until 2013, three times consecutively. And Congress was dominant party inside Delhi. The BJP was out of Delhi, out of power since 1998. So it was basically Congress ruling, and Congress changed the infrastructure of Delhi. If you remember the Commonwealth Games, the kind of work that was done at that time, the whole infrastructure of Delhi went on a revamp. Minorities were very happy with the Congress party, so were Dalits and other voters of Delhi. Even the middle class was lured by Sheila Dikshit's urbane image, suave image. But since 2013, Congress has basically been out. In 2013, of course, Congress fought in alliance with AAP. But in 2015 and 2020, the Congress's vote strength really dwindled. In fact, it was close to 10% around 2015, but by 2020, its vote strength, its voter support base reduced to 4.26%, which is pathetic. So, why today in this election has Rahul Gandhi began attacking Kejriwal, calling him all sorts of names? He calls him very similar to Narendra Modi. He draws a parallel, Rahul Gandhi draws a parallel between Arvind Kejriwal and Narendra Modi. And he says, well, Arvind Kejriwal is more cunning. I mean, cunning, Rahul Gandhi knows, is not a very positive term. It basically means a wily person, a person who sort of, attacks from the back door. So he calls him cunning. In fact, he also calls him, he says that both Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia are involved in the liquor scam. In fact, what is surprising, at the time when Arvind Kejriwal was arrested because of the ED's attack, ED's summons. After that, when Arvind Kejriwal was arrested right before the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi had gone with other India allies, and he was attacking the BJP and the ED in this case for arresting Arvind Kejriwal. Now look at the change in tack. Complete reverse, 180 degrees. Not only that, in fact, he has been aggressively campaigning, especially in areas dominated by Muslims and Dalits. In fact, the Congress has come out officially that they will implement the entire of Sachar committee report. Now, this is something that had started during, in the Congress era, the Sachar Committee report, but quite a number of its suggestions were not implemented. Now, Congress goes ahead and argues for a total implementation of the Sachar Committee report. Second, Rahul Gandhi says, and he does it very well when he argues this stand. Um, he said that this is a fight not only for political representation, but fight for share of political power, fight for share of wealth. Now, this is a very radical stance taken by Rahul Gandhi. He has kind of echoed all of this in the past, but the thing is, he is doing it in the Delhi Assembly election. What is it that has um, kind of egged on Rahul Gandhi and the Congress establishment to move in such a aggressive manner attacking the AAP? Because the logic is that if the Congress attacks AAP and slices away at the AAP's vote, the only winner in this case, the only gainer in this case, will be the Bharatiya Janata Party. So, what is it that basically um, ends up changing Rahul's stance? What is the impetus behind it? And the main impetus seems to be what I would call Rahul playing on the front foot, because he is because the pitch is on the back foot. Rahul is playing the offensive because the Congress is on a defensive battle. And why do I say that? Why do I say that Rahul is playing offensive uh, for an action which should be defensive? See, the reason is, let's talk about a little bit about the demographics of Delhi. Almost 13% vote in Delhi is of the minorities. The minorities are very, very crucial in about 6 constituencies. Let me tell you the names of these constituencies. Silampur. Silampur has 50% minority voters. Matia Mahal, about 48% minority voters. Okhla, 43% minority voters. In fact, Okhla is almost, even in the Okhla, that part of the Lok Sabha, the majority, a significant majority are actually Muslims, including the member of parliament from Okhla. Mustafabad, 36% Muslim voters. Bali Maran, 38%, and Babarpur, about 35%. These 6 constituencies were all won by AAP in 2020. What happened is that the AAP ended up winning in 2015, according to a survey, about 77% of Muslim voters were won by AAP. About 13%, let's say, were won by the Congress, a little less than 13%, because some of the other parties had also ended up getting a bit of the AAP vote. This came down in 2020 because the AAP's voter base came down a bit. In fact, the AAP's seat had also come down from 67 to 62. So the Muslim support came down about what I would say 8%, from 77 to about 69%. The Congress had ended up gaining about 15% of the Muslim vote base. Now, it seems the Congress is on the defensive because a part of the leadership of the Congress argues, and especially the leader in this case, who is pushing for the aggressive stance against AAP, is Ajay Makhan. Looks like Congress is divided between two factions, Ajay Makhan and Sandeep Dixit. Remember, Sandeep Dixit is the son of Sheila Dixit. So Ajay Makhan wants a very strong pitch by the Congress against the AAP for two reasons. One, his argument is that which was made at one time by Sheila Dixit. And what was the argument made by Sheila Dixit? That the Congress can only revive in Delhi if AAP declines. That is the Ajay Makhan stand. Whereas Sandeep Dixit, who's Sheila Dixit's son, kind of believes in a more softer approach towards the AAP because they feel that the India bloc will be torn apart if you actually take a very strong stand. By the way, the other than these constituencies, other than the 6 constituencies that I delineated, Muslim voters have also substantial presence in 15 more constituencies. Simapuri, for example, 25%, Gandhi Nagar, 22%, Chandni Chowk, remember that great market of Delhi, of old Delhi, 20%. So almost about 21 constituencies in Delhi out of 70, the Muslim presence is more than 20%. A significant between, as I said, Silampur 50%, Chandni Chowk 20%. So it ranges between that. Now, what the Congress feels is that if it doesn't increase the pitch, it will end up losing the Muslim support. The same Muslim support, the same minority support, which the Congress gained significantly during the last Lok Sabha elections, and as a result, its numbers jumped from the 50s to 99 Lok Sabha seats, almost doubled. It is a similar sort of argument where the idea is that given the fact that even if you don't win Delhi Assembly election, whoever wins, regardless whether AAP wins or BJP wins, the Congress's attempt right now is very defensive to build up, restore its credibility among minority voters. Well, not only minority voters. Let me move ahead and point out that the other voter that the Congress is eyeing is almost about almost about 16.7, about 17% Dalit voters, scheduled caste voters. There are 12 reserved constituencies in Delhi. So 12 reserved constituencies for scheduled castes, and then, as I pointed out, almost about 20 to 21 constituencies where minorities have a significant presence. Rahul Gandhi has tried to build this coalition of Dalits, scheduled castes, of Muslims, minorities. In fact, even I would argue the lower OBCs, the MBCs, the most backward caste, the Ati Pichhada, and he's trying to build that coalition all over the country. The thing is, it's not very easy to build up. Why? Why is it not easy to build up for the Congress? Because remember, at one time, the upper castes, especially the Brahmins, in many cases, one would argue even the caste community were with the Congress party. At one time, almost all upper castes majority were with the Congress, but especially the Brahmin voters in several states. For example, in November, we are going to have the Bihar election. The entire North Bihar sort of area, Mithilanchal and Simanchal, a significant portion of which lives in Delhi, and they are called the Purvanchaliya voters. There, the Congress had a massive coalition of the Brahmins, upper castes in general, but Brahmins because they have significant presence in Mithilanchal, along with minorities and Dalit voters. And that is why Congress would sweep Mithilanchal until recently. The BJP entrance to North Bihar is very recent. So it's a similar kind of situation where Congress is trying to survive. Congress is fighting a survival battle. Congress is trying to um, basically bring back, revive its lost voters among minorities, among Dalits, among the poor. Now, unfortunately, the AAP has taken away a majority of that. And that is where the fight lies. Of course, AAP is fighting to win the Delhi Assembly elections because it's a straight battle between AAP and the BJP. But this pivotal role that Congress is playing, if Congress ends up eating a significant portion of that voters which at one time belonged to Congress, which shifted to AAP, which Congress wants to bring back. And if it is successful, then the end result is going to be not that Congress will win. Congress might end up bringing back its voter strength from, let's say, 4.26% to 10%, to even if the pitch was done a little earlier, it could even move up to, let's say, 15%, given in Lok Sabha, Congress did so well. But the end result would be that the AAP might lose this assembly election and the BJP might win. So, in a way, the intentions of what the Congress is trying to do will not be met. What will end up happening is that BJP, its bigger enemy, the bigger enemy for Congress, because the fight in Lok Sabha, in the fight in the country, is between BJP and Congress, BJP versus India alliance. In that, it will be losing out to the BJP. And by the way, there is another danger here. And what is the danger? The danger is that almost all India alliance partners, Samajwadi Party, Akhilesh Yadav has been again campaigning aggressively along with AAP, in support of AAP, in many constituencies of Delhi, where again the Muslim voters are significant. Similarly, the RJD of Bihar, Lalu Prasad Yadav's party, has supported AAP. So has Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress supported AAP. In fact, other India allies and other India bloc allies, such as the DMK, even Sharad Pawar's party, they have all supported AAP. So the Congress is getting isolated against all the allies in the India bloc. Now, that is again very dangerous for the future assembly elections, because soon there'll be an assembly election, as I said, in November in Bihar, in other states, in Uttar Pradesh, in other states where many of these many of these India allies are very, very strong. So it is a dangerous game, but the Congress is in such a dilemma, since it is losing its voter base, its support is getting eroded so sharply that it is playing, what I said, a front foot game, when what is required is a back foot pitch or a shot. So this is where Rahul Gandhi has come late into the campaign. Apparently, some people who give the inside story point out that there was a telephone call between AAP leader Arvind Kejriwal and Rahul Gandhi, and later, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal even spoke to Sonia Gandhi, and obviously that telephone call snapped the ties between the two. Remember, in 2024 Lok Sabha, both these had fought the Delhi election in an alliance, right? 4 seats for AAP, 3 seats for the Congress. And of course, they did not do very well. Now, maybe it's the fallout of that. They feel that alliance somehow doesn't help. Alliance had helped in 2013. Arvind Kejriwal had become the chief minister precisely because of AAP Congress alliance. And who knows, if the BJP, let's say, suppose even if the BJP wins, but they don't get the magical figure of, let's say, 36 seats required to form a government, then again AAP might have to rely on the Congress or it will again be an India bloc trying to block the BJP away. But right now, the fight for the minority votes, the fight for the Dalit voters between AAP and Congress is what I would call leading the two into a suicidal battle in the Delhi Assembly elections. Thank you very much. Do watch our more coverage of this crucial war going on in Delhi for the 3 crore voters. Thank you.